Hello, welcome to the Imperfect Tesla. So, today, coming to you from the trunk of my Y, let's talk accessories. First, we're going to be doing the two accessories that I think are probably the most useful, right? One is like literally I think from day one you're gonna start finding use from it, and the other one is going to be the mystery accessory that I've been teasing since the intro of this channel, that if you have kids, honestly, even if you don't have kids, it's very useful, but if you have kids, you definitely want to have this. And so let's get to it. Alright, so first off, let's talk about this center console organizer. So by default, when you get the Tesla, you've got this deep pocket and you don't have anything else. So something that's been very useful, right, is this little center console organizer. And you can see mine here, I've got space where I put my wallet. I've got a little screen cleaner, and typically, actually, my sunglasses that is sitting up here, and a perfect day will go right in here too, and boom, right? And the good thing about this thing here too is you can push out the way to get to the bottom part, or if you need it, you pull it out. So typically mine always stays this way because I can just get to the things that I need in it. And when you need to get to the deep pockets below it, it's right there, it's open. You can store everything else you want to store under there, and you have this here for you need to reach quick stuff. Honestly, like I said, from day one, you're going to find this very useful. There'll be a link in the description, and literally you just take it and boom, slide in, slide out, and it slides seamlessly. And to take it out, that's it. It's no brainer. All right, so let's talk about the accessory that I've been teasing all this while. If you have kids that sit in the back, the most important accessory that you need, small, inexpensive, but very important, is that thing you're seeing or that you're looking at down there. I'm going to get some more light in here. So that right there is a vent cover. Under the seats on both sides are air vents. These air vents come from Tesla, not covered. What does that mean? Let's see. Here we go. This is how your car comes from Tesla. Under the two front seats, it's a big hole. And so, like I said, with kids in the back, if you have kids that eat in the car or whatever, they have toys, if they drop these toys and it rolls under there, that's it. It's bye-bye. So what do you need to do to make sure you don't have that situation or you're not stuck with that kind of a problem? You get this. This is a simple vent cover. It's literally, that's what it is, a plastic vent cover. And on the other side, you've got blue strips on three sides. And so once you get it, you can just take it off and you put it on the vent just like that. It's already shipped to it, and you press down on the sides where the blue strips are so you can have it stay and it's not popping off, and boom, that's it. So now something drops, it's not going in there. Anything that's going in there has to be smaller than those vent holes, and don't think there's going to be much. So yes, if you have kids, or if you don't have kids, if you don't want to have the hassle or the trouble of something falling in there, I highly super recommend you get that and you put that in right away. But honestly, I think it's one of the most important ones next to that center console organizer. So do yourself a favor, save yourself some headache, and get that. Alright, so when I was taking out, showing you guys the center console here, you saw me bring out a game controller, right? This is a useful accessory. So for example, my wife is running into the grocery store and it's just me and the kids in the car. Sometimes what we do is just either we pop Netflix or YouTube on the screen, or plug the game controller in and play some games. If you've got a Model Y, I don't know about the 3s, but a Model Y that was delivered after November 2021, you may not have, you likely don't have data in the USB ports in here. And so you either have to change the module to get that, or if you have an older prior to 2021 November, you have data. And so all you need to do is get like a USB-C to USB 3.0 or USB-A, whatever this is, converter, and once you plug this in, then you'll be good to go. Alright, this next one is going to be a combo accessory. So one is this USB-C to USB A, the regular USB adapter. Comes in very handy when you need to plug in things like, you know, a game controller or anything with that's not USB-C, because the ports in here are USB-C. Now, what is this, and why do you need to have this? This is not necessarily important, but it's gonna come in very handy if you ever need to get a sentry mode, or dashcam footage to someone right away. So say, you know, you witness an accident and you stop to help them or whatnot, and you're like, oh, I got footage. You can either use your phone and record the screen and send, or you can pull out the USB drive. What that lets you do is you can plug this, your USB, into that, and you plug this into your phone, and on the iOS you go to files, and your USB drive, your stick, will show up as a drive that you can then connect to and copy the file, send it directly. So that way it's more detailed footage you're sending and not something that you screen recorded. This also comes in handy for light shows. If you want to do custom light shows, you can load as many as you want on here. This is, I think it's a very undersold accessory that is very important. You may not need it, but for when you need it, it's going to be nice to have it handy. Next up, screen protector. Now you may be wondering, okay, why do I need a screen protector? I'm not going to be, you know, smacking the screen or anything. It's the unintentional damage that you're looking out for, right? So initially I was skeptical, you know, why do I need that or not? But there was one time we were in the car, my wife was in the passenger seat, and she was moving her hand, and a ring hit the screen and that chipped. Now, I don't know, I mean, thankfully that chipped the screen protector. I don't know if it will have done damage to the screen if it hit the screen directly, but like I said, it's the unintentional damage that you want to make sure you can avoid. There's a ton of screen protectors out there. I know Spigen makes a very good one, and I also make one that's very easy to put on. This is not a Spigen. We went for a matte, so that way it reduces the glare from the screen a little bit. So it's a matte screen protector that's there. It does not affect anything at all. You can still see the screen just, you know, as clearly. Everything is still good. So no issues anywhere. So, but that definitely recommend a screen protector. Let's talk about the glove box. So, by default, this is what your glove box looks like. It's just, everything is just in there. And this is the glove box organizer. It's just a little plastic thing. It doesn't look too crazy, too fancy, but honestly, I think it does wonders. I also like it that it in a way protects the USB for the dash cam and sentry mode, because if I have things just in here this way and there's nothing protecting it, when I close it, you can see that stuff's already about to roll. As you're driving and things are moving around, you don't want things hitting that drive and knocking it loose or knocking it off. And this glove box organizer comes in very handy to help with that. It's very easy to assemble. There's nothing to it. It fits right even to the curve of the glove box. Fits right to it and right to it. And so now, like I said, the USB drive that's in here, it's protected now. Nothing can get to it from the bottom. Nothing can get to it from this side unless you put something in here, and of course I wouldn't do that. And then you've got little slots now. So manual is in here. Anything else you want to store, and then my registration, insurance stuff goes up there, and that's it. Voila. It does not mess with the closure, does not mess with anything. Everything is in their own place. It's nice and neatly organized. And so, do you have to? No. Is it very useful? Absolutely. So, highly recommended. And again, the link will be in the description. Next up, speaking of kids, a very useful accessory that we have is this thing here. It's a headrest. So we've got two boys. I've got one that's in a regular booster seat, and my other one is in a backless booster. And what this does is it gives him support to rest his head this way or this way without worrying about his neck falling over anything. And the good thing about this too is it's adjustable, so you can change the height based on what it needs. So as it gets taller, it goes up. And then you can even choose to just keep one down, keep one up. So if somebody else is sitting in here, you can move through. Unfortunately, there's no clearance enough for it to go all the way to the back. And to install this, it wasn't too hard. You do have to pop out the headrest, this headrest, pop it out and assemble this thing, which again, it's not bad. I think this is a very useful investment, and like I said, adjustable too, and it's leather. So this is it's leather with padding in there. So there's a hard thing for the structure, but it's leather with padding, so it's nice, it's soft, it's comfortable. Highly recommend it if you got kids and you don't have something that supports their head. All right, so something else that's also nice to have is a way to get to that part of the rear storage. So of course in the back you've got your trunk here, but how do you, and you have this little lip here, this strap you can use to open up this part. But how do you open this part? It's like you gotta either break your nails to get to it, or you open this first, hold it in place, and then try to use that gap to open this. However, something that is good to have are those two things sticking out. And you know what it is? It's a little strap that you don't even have to put your hand in it, but you've got one on both sides, and you can just pull and open up. And all it is it's just a strap. Oops, let's not do that. It's just a strap that runs along the side. It's got velcros in 3 spots, so one on the left, in the middle, and on the right. Those velcros in, so you just velcro it in, and like that, boom, you've got something sticking out on both sides. So to get to that rear storage, all you have to just pull up on the strap, and you don't have to worry about breaking your nails trying to get to it, or just definitely, again, one of the, I would say, is underrated accessories, but comes in very handy. All right, let's talk about one more interior accessory, this guy right here. So by default, this is what the cup holder looks like. All right, so I've got a bottle of water here. By default, the way this works here is you have that, and you know, you make a turn and this goes around. Same thing with cups too. If you have a cup in there, unless you got those really big fat Yeti cups, it does the same thing. What this does is it basically creates some kind of pressure on one side. I mean, so here's what I'll say. In here, it's not like tight, but now it doesn't roll over too much anymore. With a cup, it stays better also because this clips on the side here, put it in place. Now, I will say this will not give you the tightest fit for the cup or bottle in here. I went with this because I wanted to keep this as OEM as possible. You can see the color blends right in line with the regular the color everywhere. And I've seen some that it's like a rubber thing and it slides in and it's got a little coin holder in the middle. I actually like those because of the coin holder feature, but I didn't want something that was sitting above the cup holder. I wanted this to be as flush as possible, so I went with minimalistic look, which was this. So like I said, it won't give it the tightest fit, but now I can't get this bottle to go over that way. But if I take this out, then it's easier for it to fall out. And like I said, with cups, yes, with cups it holds. This bottle is a little bit skinnier, so probably not a good example. Cups does fit a lot better, and so whatever works best for you. But I would say it is highly recommended that you have something in here for a cup holder, because these cup holders are just wide by default. So highly recommended. All right, so next up, it's a headrest mount. So it's a headrest mount. Okay, what is this? Let's show you what this is. If you have a road trip coming up, this is definitely, and you have little kids, you know, if you have little kids, highly recommend this, right? What is this, right? It looks, okay, it's just 2 parts. You've got this part with this, you probably know where I'm going with this, or where this is going, and this, and all you do is take this, put it around here, push this into the back, and then you tighten this, and then guess what? You take this, you slide it in, and it clips on to that plastic piece, just like that. And it's steady. And guess what? If you have little kids in the back, all of a sudden now you have an iPad holder that they can play with. And so you see that now, so the kids are in the back now and they can do whatever they want to do. But I like it because, one, it's very minimal. It's literally just that. And it also the ease to which it attaches. So this doesn't have to stay on permanently. Once you go on a road trip, I will come back, just come home, and you can see there's no damage to the seat, no damage to the plastic. Honestly, like I said, it's very minimal, very light, but very functional. And I like that it's got some little padding on the sides, so highly recommend this. All right, so next up is air freshener. Air fresheners. So of course, with a Tesla, you don't have your regular vents that come to you. You've got this little tiny hair strips in here that blow to you, and so you can't use a regular air freshener. And so we ordered this air fresheners off of Abstract Ocean, and they I liked it because one, it's different. You know, I've never seen something like this before. It's basically a tube, and it's got holes on either side, but the sticks come in a pack like this. And so with how you do is you basically you open up one side, and then when you open up that one side, the stick is in there. It's one long strip like this, and so this is that's the air freshener itself. And so you basically put that in, then you close it up, and that's that. And so you place that on in the oven, and it's, by the way, it's got these two rubber grips that helps it not roll around. And so you can place that into the air vents. It goes right into the air vents, just like that. And when air blows, it basically just blows it to you. It's nice. I'm gonna say honestly, I think it works good. Like, I'm getting a good smell of it now, maybe because I've been handling it, but I'm not too sure if I feel like it's strong enough. It works. That's what I say. You know, definitely works. So if you're looking for air freshener options, definitely this is a. I'm not sure if I've seen something else that's out there besides this, but this is definitely a good option for air freshener. All right, so that's it for accessories today. For the two main ones. Combined with basically all the interior accessories. I'll have another video coming out that will be for exterior accessories. So I figured I'll just do it that way, you know, just interior and exterior. So the interior, we've already covered the most useful accessories, which is the center console organizer. And the mystery one, the most important one if you have kids, actually if you don't have kids, I think it's also very important, which is the rear seat vent cover, and then everything else too. So next video we'll cover the exterior accessories, so you know, basically what goes on the exterior of the car and all that good stuff. So again, thank you for coming along on this journey with us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you have something, any accessory that you know you want us to check out or you're just curious about, please put it in the comments. Let me know. Definitely happy to do that. Or if there's an accessory that we talked about today and you use it differently, or you have a different perspective or different take on them, please put it in the comments also. Let me know. Definitely like to hear feedback on how your experience with some of these accessories. So again, thank you, appreciate it. We'll see you again on the next video.